Hi, I'm Lou, and unfortunately this toilet I'm sitting on is a real piece of junk. I find myself using this plunger at least every couple of weeks. This toilet was installed in around 1994 when a new law went into effect that required that all toilets flush with only 1.6 gallons of water. Prior to that, toilets typically used 3.5 gallons of water and had no problems flushing. The industry was not well prepared, so the first few years of toilets under the new law were really not very good. Nowadays, 1.6 gallon toilets are much better. Today I'm going to show you how to replace your toilet. I ordered a toilet online. It came in a box like this and looks like this when it's unpacked. The toilet already came with most of the needed parts, but I had to go out and buy a water line connector and a wax seal. I paid a little more for the urethane reinforced jumbo ring because it's less likely to leak. You might want to get the seal that has the extra bolts included in case we need them. You also need a toilet lid that's sold separately, and it will come with its own mounting parts. Otherwise, all we'll need is a trash bag, a crescent wrench, and maybe a flat blade screwdriver. You also need some kind of a scraper like a putty knife or a paint stir stick. First, turn off the water behind your toilet. Next, flush it to get all the water out. You'll probably have to hold the flusher handle down, which pulls the flap up until all the water drains out. Now we need to drain the remaining water out of the bowl. If you have a wet vacuum, or if you made this wet vac attachment from one of my previous videos, we can simply just suck the water out. If not, you'll have to use a sponge and some rubber gloves. Use a screwdriver to pop these caps off on both sides, and then a crescent wrench to unscrew these nuts. Unscrew this nut to free the toilet from the top of the water line. Now simply lift the whole toilet off and set it down on your plastic bag. You can never get all the water out of an old toilet, so it's best to just tape the bag up to the sides as you carry it out. Now would be a great time to clean the tile under your toilet. Remove the old wax ring with your scraper and vacuum out any remaining tile or rust dust. It looks like one of our anchor bolts is in pretty good shape, but the other one rusted and broke off. So luckily we got the wax ring that had the extra parts. So here's another anchor bolt. You put that in this little slot right here. You just drop it in and slide it into place, and then take the washer that was provided, drop it on, and then screw the nut down so it stands up straight and tall like this one. Now drop your new wax ring in place like this. Carefully drop in your new toilet base to where the holes in the base line up with the anchor screws, and press it down. Now we're going to bolt the base down. These two parts came with the toilet. These two were either on here originally or came as replacement parts with the wax ring. This goes down first. If you look closely, there's a little ridge on this, and you want it to be facing up. Next, put on your metal washer, and then next put on the nut. Once that's fully tightened down, you snap this in place. Put a rubber washer on the bolt that holds down the tank. Push it through from inside the tank. Put a metal washer on top of that, and then a nut on top of that. Tighten the nut in place. Next, press this rubber ring onto the bottom of the tank right here. Now set your tank in place and make sure the bolt holes line up with the bolts. Put a washer and then a nut underneath the tank on that bolt to hold it down. Tighten that down on both sides until the tank stops rocking. Your toilet seat may or may not come with some rubber washers like this. If so, put them down first. Then put the toilet seat in place. It'll come with two plastic bolts and nuts. The bolt goes through the top like this. The nut goes down and screws in underneath. Tighten those down and snap these little doors shut. Screw one end of your new water line onto the water valve and tighten that down with a wrench. Then take the other end and screw it onto the bottom of your toilet tank, and just tighten that as tight as you can with your hand. Turn on your water line and you should hear the tank start filling right away. Put the lid on and you're done. Thanks for watching, and good luck installing your new toilet.